Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. And y'all, we are not going to be on here long because look, we just had church, okay? If y'all have not watched the two lives, there are two from earlier. One in regards to Thorn, okay? Make sure y'all catch up with that replay. And also, y'all, we just had a time in just worship in church today. So make sure y'all check that live out as well. But y'all, we're going to be on here for a short amount of time. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. My son, funny. He came in, he was like, a short video. Okay. Hey, Shannon, welcome. Thank you for being first in the building. Hey, Dreamy Girl, look, sis, I know you're sick of me. She probably said, girl, wrap this up. Okay, I got work tomorrow. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Y'all hit the like button. Let everyone know that we are live. Okay, now y'all, we're going to get into it because, like I said, this will be a short live. I wanted to talk about it yesterday. But I had those other lives taking place and got a little busy. And so I want to talk about this. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I said, Dreamy Girl gonna be like, look, now don't go live no more. Okay. This is it. Y'all, before we get into the Adam Housley, which is Tamera, y'all probably know her from Tia and Tamera's sister. Well, her husband, okay, has been wrapped up in a controversial post that he made, okay, regarding SNAP benefits. Hi, Angela. Welcome back. She said, I will catch this in the replay workflow. Love and blessings. Good night. Thank you so much. And we appreciate you for being on there tonight. And I pray that God blesses you. I totally understand. Have a good night. And so y'all, I had just went over to Facebook and there was a Facebook post from the news station, okay, News 8, that had just dropped today, okay? And it said that President Donald Trump said that he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency back to U.S. citizens as a kind of dividend. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, how much? Y'all know they're trying to get us again with another stimulus check. Okay, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Hey, Brittany, welcome. I was like, now see, here we go again. Now y'all trying to buy us. What's going on with this? Okay, a dividend. What kind of dividend? How often do we get it? We want to know, how much. We need some more details. Where is this money coming from? So y'all, they trying whatever. That Elon Musk. Oh my goodness, they better watch out. Okay. Yes, I did too, Brittany. No, we haven't even gotten into that part. I was just giving y'all some breaking news, possible dividend slash stimulus checks might be on the horizon. Okay. Our girl Jasmine Crockett, I was watching one of her videos yesterday. If you have not subscribed to her, please do because she gives the tea. Okay, from inside. Okay, and she tells us the real deal. But she said, look, if stuff pretty much does not change, we are headed into another recession. I told y'all, but what did I say? I have already stated that there would be, okay, if anything, with this administration, he's going to find some money, okay? He's going to find some money to help him and his buddies. I already said that before he even got into office, okay? I said we might end up with some more PPP loans that you can get, stimulus checks, all of that. Okay, can someone drop that link? Oh, for Jasmine? Okay. I was like, what link? That fast. Okay, let me get that right quick. because I know I subscribe, and she uploads videos all of the time on her channel. Let me drop that in there. Da, 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 da. I said, I put in her comments, her live the other day. I said, Jasmine for president, okay, for the next one. So this is her link. If you would like to subscribe to Jasmine Crockett, she keeps us in the know. Like, seriously, she really does. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. Oh man, I forgot to upload my picture. Okay, hold on one second. Let me just say this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Alrighty. Now, y'all may know, and we were talking about Tamera from Sister. She is a twin, okay? Her sister is Tia. Now, Tia is the one, y'all, it took me forever to learn the difference between the two when they were on the show. Thank you, Brittany. And it was something that made Tamera stand out, which is the little mole on her cheek. And so I was like, man, I finally figured it out. This is Tamera. And, I was finally able to determine. So Tia is the one that had the controversy with the divorce, okay? But I think her and her husband are trying to work things through. Now, this is Tamera. And Tamera is married to Adam Housley, okay? They have two beautiful children. They've been married for a while. I forget how long, but they've been married for a while. Remember, Tamera was also a host on The Real, the one with Tamera and all of them, Jeannie, Mai, and all of them. So she was a host on there as well. Now, y'all, I'm going to show y'all this post that he made. Hi, Pammy Pooh. Welcome. And I was like side-eyeing Adam, okay? Now, he made this post on X, which was formerly Twitter, okay? And it was some things that he said in this post that made me side-eye him. And I also wanted to clarify some things because sometimes I don't think we should speak on things unless we have some experience, okay? Now, he has, y'all, people have been all up under his post. They have been talking about this. They said, what do you know about SNAP benefits? Because basically you grew up wealthy. Now, recently, I don't know if y'all have heard, Trump has been busy, okay? His administration is trying to allegedly make it to where if you have the SNAP EBT card, you will not be able to buy junk food with that card, okay? Now, I don't know how that's going to work. Because, baby, these kids love a good snack. And then in their lunches, you send the little sandwiches, but what would y'all consider junk food? Would y'all consider chips junk food? Because what do you send with the sandwich to school? Okay, I'm just trying to figure that. I'm trying to figure that out. How would we determine what's considered junk food? What's junk food to one may not be junk food to the other. So, I was just wondering how are they planning on doing that? So that's something that's being talked about. Brittany said chips is junk food. So I guess the kids would have to go to school with the sandwich, some veggie sticks, and something to drink. No dessert or anything, okay? So let me pull up this post. Let me make sure it's showing. Let me move that. Let me make it bigger. Let me see something. Okay, I think I made it big enough. Okay. All right, so let's walk through this, okay? Dreamy Girl said, out here they buy seafood with it. Girl, what? Is it cooked or not? Because they're not supposed to be, with the SNAP card, you're not supposed to buy hot foods unless they have, I know in Texas, they've had like special places you can get the hot food from, or certain days or months or something. I saw one time where you could get hot food that way. Fruit can be a dessert because it's sweet. Brittany, okay, you're no fun. Okay, Brittany, these little kids don't want to hear that. That, oh my goodness, I get a fruit, it's sweet. No, 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 no. They want some muffins or chocolate chip cookies, some pudding, something. Dreamy Girl said it was boiled. Okay, I got you, Dreamy Girl. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So Adam said, as a kid who grew up in neighborhood grocery stores since I was 5. Okay, right there. You said as a kid who grew up in neighborhood grocery stores, what kind of neighborhood grocery stores and why are you growing up in the grocery store? Okay, that kind of took me off already. Okay, because now y'all, he's given. Let me just preface this by saying he's given his thoughts based on what could potentially happen with the SNAP benefits. Okay, it's almost like he's giving us some thoughts, but not trying to be too out front with it. Okay, so we got to read between the lines. Okay, I don't know why he grew up in a grocery store. Okay, he said since he was 5. He said, I can't tell you how many times I saw people come in and buy crap food for their kids with food stamps, then open the wallet and use cash for liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes. Okay. First of all, for you to be 5, you were very observant on the stuff that you were watching people buy. At 5 years old, I don't think a lot of people will be paying attention to people coming up in there with the food stamps. Okay. Now he seems a little older, so he may have been around during the time when they had the little books. Okay, y'all remember the little book of food stamps? Do y'all remember that? Okay, so it wasn't always on a card. Okay, so those of you who are younger or you may not have that frame of reference, the SNAP benefits were not always on a card. They used to come in books, like you would have the dollar ones or the $10 ones. They were different colors too. And some people were embarrassed to have those food stamps, but baby, those same people nowadays will probably rejoice for some food stamps. Okay. Hi, Latoya. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And so you would go into the store and you would take your book of food stamps. Now, you couldn't buy everything with those food stamps. It was only food, like cold food or, canned goods and things like it is pretty much today. And if it did not equal the amount of a total food stamp or whatever, they would give you change, but they wouldn't give you like dollars back. So you had to get close enough with the ones that you had. Okay, couldn't go over and things like that. And so my thing is, on this part of his post, I was a little confused because he said he saw them buying crap with the food stamps, but then the people would open up their wallet and use cash for liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes. So, Adam, I guess with this part, would that matter? Because the cash has nothing to do with the food stamps. Okay. Now, if they were using food stamps to buy liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes, that's different. Because we don't know what those people are doing to get that money. Maybe they had a little part-time job or cut some grass or did somebody's hair and they have cash in their wallet. We cannot determine what people buy with their cash. Okay, you have cash, you have a whole winery. So when you look a certain type of way, if someone came up in there with some cash and bought some wine. So these are things to think about, so that part was a little confusing in his statement. Also, he said Then there were those who would repeatedly buy a lemon or a lime, get the change, walk out the door, throw them away, and do it again until they had enough change to buy cigarettes or alcohol. Now he is really on the cigarettes and alcohol. And for a 5-year old, he was really observant. And obviously, I guess he paid a lot of attention to what the adults were buying. Okay. Now, my question would be if someone comes into the store 20 times, okay, and bought all of these different lemons and limes over and over. I mean, what were they saying to them? Because you are allowed to do that. Okay, he doesn't know if they had other money or not. So to me, this is trying to paint a picture in 2 paragraphs that people who get food stamps, okay, and I'm paraphrasing my own thoughts and opinion on what he's thinking, is oh my goodness, they have food stamps, but they're also getting liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes, okay, and alcohol, some type of way with the cash part. Now, with the SNAP cards, okay, you can get food stamps on there, or some people have what we call TANF, which is a cash section. Okay, so you cannot buy beer, alcohol, and things of that sort if you only have the SNAP part. Okay, that cannot be used for that. Now, some people, I will say, you go to these stores where you know somebody. Okay, they may try to get away with that and do some stuff they not supposed to do. You will always kind of have some people that do. I do agree with him that will try the system. Okay. He said, as a kid, it pissed me off because there are some people who could really use the help, and then there are these others working the system. Yes, that part I can agree with because there are people that really need help, okay, and are not qualified to get the food stamps. And there are people who play the system. And somebody told me today, I was joking and said, oh, Lord, I wish I could get some food stamps. You know, I'm thinking go qualify for myself and get some. And this girl bust out, she said, oh, you know what? I know somebody, they sell them. I said, oh Lord, I want to hear this. I'm not trying to hear that. Okay. So it is some people, and that makes me mad too, because we have elderly people out here that only get sometimes $50 a month. Okay. So that's not fair to me, in my opinion, that we're giving them $50 and then you may get someone that's getting 900, $1,000 in food stamps, and they're selling them, okay, getting cash for them and not doing right by the system. That does frustrate me as well. Hey Terry, welcome. Thank you so much. I did do my disclaimer earlier. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. So Adam, I'm not understanding a lot of this with the being 5 and focusing so much on what people are doing with their cash is totally different. Okay. Now, if you saw someone using food stamps, okay, to buy that, it's a totally different thing than using just your cash to buy these things. So your argument does not fit with what they're trying to do. Okay. It's really not. And so it's different when you're on the outside looking into some situations than actually having an experience with that. And that's what a lot of people were saying. Like, you're wealthy. You grew up wealthy. Your family was. And so y'all probably didn't have food stamps. But if you grew up and see with my family, my grandfather and my uncle, they own grocery stores. Okay. I was a cashier at my uncle's grocery store. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. That was the place where we would go. Every one of us, when we were younger, we would go there, and that was our first job. Okay. So I witnessed and was a part of both groups. I was a part of the groups that would bring the food stamps, the actual books and buy things. And I also was working when they transitioned to the card. Okay. And I would see that some people had cash. and food stamps on their card. So if you're looking at just the card, you don't know what part they're using unless you're the cashier. Okay, so that's the part I just didn't understand with his statement. He was 5, and when you're 5, you're in kindergarten. I don't think you were really paying attention to food stamps and what people are taking in and out of the store. I'm just not buying that. Yes, you can buy a lot of food with food stamp cards. Some people be abusing them cards. They be full of groceries. Okay. Yes, okay. And you have people that got cash that can still, roll away because nowadays these groceries are expensive. Okay. So if you have a full grocery cart, baby, I don't care if you're using food stamps or cash, you doing good. Because everything is so expensive. If you spend $100, sometimes that's only half of a basket. Okay. So now the minimum is about $200, especially for like a family of 4. If we go and get a bunch of groceries, a basket full of groceries, we're spending probably 200 some dollars. It's not like it used to be. Okay. But I do understand the need, or I'm not going to say the need, but I can see what they're saying because, like with WIC, if a person has WIC, it's only certain things that they can get with the WIC card, okay? Certain cereals or certain milks. Well, I mean, if it's a SNAP benefit, it's from the government. So they would be able to set the guidelines for that. And y'all, I can say it's just overall. I'm gonna stop buying these little snacks and stuff for my kids too. Like sometimes we just got to do better with the stuff we buying. Because if it's not in the house, okay. Then hey Teresa, welcome. Thank you for joining. If it's not in the house, we can't eat it. Okay. So they may be going somewhere with that. It might need to be for everybody. We got so much stuff going on. Y'all, even in some of these foods and some of these sugars and sugary drinks and cupcakes, cakes, cookies, all of this stuff we buying for these kids, sometimes it can affect them and they can, thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate that. And it just makes them just jittery. They can't sleep, not learning the right way. So they may be on to something. Let's look at research and things of that sort. But just to try to justify it with his statement, it's a no for me. Okay. It was a no for me. I just didn't understand his whole rationale behind that. And yes, he until you really experienced that, just you being 5, you probably got mixed up because people can't use food stamps for other stuff. Okay. They can't use it for beer and cigarettes. They just can't. Unless, like I said, it's somebody they know that's letting them get away with that. Other than that, you cannot go to the store and use your food stamp card to get liquor, cigarettes, beer, and alcohol, all of that. No. Okay. So I think he's a little bit mistaken. It did not really justify pretty much the statement about going from junk foods. Okay. He should have talked more about that part since you were 5. Okay. You were 5, sir. Could that have benefited you as a child to not eat junk food? Did you eat junk food when you were 5? Like you got away from the whole message. Okay, to me, in my opinion. But it was more so to create this narrative that, oh, people with food stamps, you got the ones who really need it and but you got away from that part. I didn't even see that. I only saw the part about the lemon or lime when you talked about people actually wanting food. So it didn't kind of work there either because you said they got the change and bought cigarettes and alcohol. So it's just not given. It's not given as a good backup to this potential new law or whatever they want to call it, guideline, okay, for the SNAP benefits. But yes, Adam came up under a lot of heat with this post, okay? And a lot of people were side-eyeing him after he said some of this stuff, okay? But I agree with some of it. Like I said, Yes, you don't want people trying to beat the system, and you got elderly people, disabled people out here that cannot even get enough to last. Okay? When you got people selling food stamps left and right, that's not fair. Okay? I agree with that part. But y'all, I told y'all I was not going to be on here long. I wanted to talk about that yesterday. So I wanted to go ahead and get that in and discuss it on today. What did Tamera say? You know what? That's a good question. I don't know what she said about that. Let me see while I'm on here. Let me stop sharing this. And that's a very good question, Brittany. Let's see. Let me see if she said something. Okay, so then y'all, he did a follow up. Let me read for y'all after the uh, pushback he got. He did another one on X, and it says, "It's people like this that make me dislike social media. They jump to conclusions and judge completely, missing the point. I clearly said when I was a kid, I worked the register from age 7 on and worked every holiday, and yes, grew up in the back room of a family market." He did not say all of that in the post. Okay, sir. We just read it. You didn't say all of that. You said grew up in we didn't know how you grew up, what that meant. And you never said you were on the cash register. He also said my parents didn't always have money, but they busted their A's, and so did we as kids and made it into something. They've also given back to my community for near 50 years. You see, sometimes stating facts isn't judging. Get a life. Sir, no, you did not. I know he did not go there. That's not judging. We were just looking at your statement, sir. And just because you work the cash register is still totally different from having to use food stamps. Okay. Growing up in a store still does not give you and make you an expert on food stamps. Okay. And what people are doing. So he probably, after getting pushed back, he probably added that. Okay. Adam is cool, and I'm sure he didn't mean any harm, but he does run his mouth a lot, and it always gets him in trouble. Yeah, I don't think he meant harm, but I think it's like he's getting on the defensive because people only go by what you post. He did not post all of that at first. I have a friend, she gets $10. Oh no. Man, you can't hardly buy nothing with that, not even a complete meal. Golly. I've been watching his cooking lives every week on IG. He seems cool and never talks crazy on there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've never seen him talk crazy. I'm sure Tamera didn't say anything. It just went along with what he said. Yes, I agree. Hi, Robin. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't see her have said anything yet. Let's see. She loves her man, her man, her man. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. I'm trying to see if she said anything. Yeah, I mean, he worked the register. Okay, he grew up back in the back room. Oh my gosh. People were saying I thought he grew up on a vineyard. Okay. She said, hey, Mari also found herself thrust into the discourse with someone. Oh, okay. I'm trying to see if she said something. Nope, I haven't seen any reply from her, and I've checked the several articles. Um, but she seems like she's just gonna go with what he says on that. I don't think she'll make it a big deal because I mean that's his thoughts and opinions technically. Let's see on this one. Thank y'all for being patient. Yeah, I don't see a response from her. Yeah, she probably, yeah. Sometimes, hey, when it's stuff like that, sometimes it's best to just be quiet, baby, because they really pretty much just gonna say what they gonna say. And he, after this, not gonna say too much about it. I don't see him going back and forth online. Yeah. I don't see anything, Brittany, not yet. Yeah, $10 not for nothing. Know what for sure. Oh, about the statement. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Hopefully, she might speak up, but she might stay out of it. She probably said that's his post. Okay. She's not trying to get any unnecessary like fire on her. Man, oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean, Hmm, that's a good point. I'm curious to see if she will say something, but so far I don't see anything with a statement from her. But yeah, he's been getting a lot of flack for that. And I think he supports Trump as well. Brittany, she always go along with him. I've been watching them for a while on IG. That's just my opinion. You're right. Yeah, yeah, that's true. She does. I mean, she seems like she really just loves her husband, and I haven't seen them publicly have any issues or her going against anything he said. So this may be different or not, but as of now, she hasn't responded. Yeah. Let me see BET.com. Did they see something? Ooh, baby, they have been going in on him. But y'all know what? After another day or so, we won't hear about this anymore. It's usually going to last 2 or 3 days, and then people move on. Tamera's still married to him, okay, with their 2 kids, okay. But he could have seen some things like that, but to be honest, it didn't justify the claim. You know how in school where you have your claim and they tell you to get evidence to justify it, to support it. Well, he said, no, it didn't go with that. Okay, you didn't talk anything about the junk food. You were talking about trying to make it look like everybody who got these food stamps were trying to work the system. Okay, either through buying a lemon and a lime, trying to get enough change to buy some cigarettes or alcohol. And then in the other instance, the two things don't even go together. You can buy junk food and have food stamps, but just because you're using cash out of your wallet to buy cigarettes and things, those two things don't even go together. Okay. People can use their cash for what they want. They work for it. Okay. Or got it from somebody. So that doesn't go with the food stamps. Now, if they were using the food stamps to buy those things, then I can understand that argument. But no, his 2 points don't even justify the argument, in my opinion. Talk more about the kid part and why it's not important, or why it's important for them not to eat a lot of junk food. Okay. And why we shouldn't use our food stamps to buy these things. This is what I noticed when I was younger. But you done took this argument to a whole other level in trying to make it look a certain type of way because people have SNAP benefits. That's all we're saying. Those two things don't go with the argument. So yeah. Okay. Now to say I agree with his last statement on there. I do not think that is fair for people to abuse the system. Okay, and I've already said that before on this platform. We've had this discussion. There are people that abuse the system, and it's not fair to the people, those elderly people and people that are disabled, to not be able to get help. Okay, and I'll even say this: there are some working class people that fall on hard times that can't even get food stamps. Okay, so we need to look into the whole system and see what can be done. Then you have people that are on food stamps for life. Okay. So yes, they're definitely, this administration they're definitely going to look into some things. Okay, because I don't think it was meant to be a lifetime aid, but to help you get on your feet, something temporary. No shade to anyone using food stamps. Believe me, we probably all want some right now. Okay, I'm just saying. He could have worded some parts differently, right, Brittany? Hi, Jay. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, he probably could have gotten away with that. So we'll see where this goes. But y'all, that is all that I had. See, I told you I wasn't gonna be long. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you missed the first part. Go back and listen. We might have some possible stimulus slash dividend checks coming in. Hey, Shelly Shells. Hey, sis. Trump them, they're thinking on some stuff. Okay. They're trying to think up some way to get some money to the people. Okay. And to his boys. Okay. So yeah, I talked about that in the beginning, and then we got into Adam's post. So if y'all didn't see that part, it's not a long live. Make sure y'all go back and watch the replay. Girl, yes, you missed it. Okay. Look, this was my third live, so I said I wasn't keeping the people alone. Okay, Dreaming Girl got to go to work. Okay, some of y'all been rocking with me 3 times today. Okay, and I appreciate you. I really, really do. If y'all have not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you all so much, and y'all have a great day. Bye bye. Great night.